You give me every time with that special kind of love that I can't hide, yeah. No, I can't hide.
Welcome back to the channel, everyone. EVO is now over. But with EVO being over, we do get some more information about what's coming in the future, Tekken World Tour, EVOJapan. There's a lot of things happening right now, and in this video I just want to try to do my best to summarize it. I do want to start off with talking about the channel. The channel has gained a lot over the past, really just this whole year has been amazing. The level of support from you guys is unreal. But at the same time, over the course of EVO, right, this past weekend, I banned about 30 or so people. And I don't know why, but some Tekken fans are just so angry, and I really don't understand why. Like, I understand, like, being mad because Harada didn't explain, and you know, I understand some parts of it, but when you start attacking people directly, that's when you cross the line. If you do that on this channel, you're gonna be banned. It's cool to disagree and voice your opinions. Some of the best comments is the ones that disagree with me, because I learned from those. When I say, oh, such and such character is this, and someone say, no. In Tekken 4, this happened, that happened. And I'm like, oh, wow, I didn't know that. Something new I just learned. So I like when people disagree, but at the same time, don't be toxic, or else I'll send you to the Shadow Realm. You can hang out with Jun Kazama and Unknown, and maybe you'll be set free in Tekken 8. But let's move on to actual news. The first thing that I'm going to talk about is an interaction between Sonic Fox and Little Nas X.
Get it, window double tinted, face in pretty, you bitches wouldn't get it.
So everyone knows Sonic Fox popped off at EVO, and one of the last tweets says, gonna enjoy Vegas one more day. Little Nas X responds with a picture. Little Nas X literally has one of my Sonic Fox plushies, so you can see how big of a deal this is, not only for him, but I think for everyone. People will see this Little Nas X tweet and be like, oh, who's Sonic Fox? Oh, what is this? What is that? And then the community gets bigger. So I just want to mention that because I never seen something like this. So hopefully that increases his brand and he can sell more of these. So I just kind of want to give my thoughts on this one. This is from Blasted Salami, and it says, was chatting with Crimpy, and he had an interesting idea. The lighting, skin textures, and shaping of the Kazuya model seems to be reminiscent of the RE engine. The smirk could also be pre-match facial expression. Kazuya in Street Fighter 6. I know there's a lot of theories about this. I'm kind of set in stone that this is 100% Tekken 8, but I've been wrong in the past, right? I've been saying for like 3 months that Tekken 8 won't get announced at EVO. So I'm kind of done setting myself in stone and not, you know, moving. I think it would be better if it was Tekken 8, but who knows? I'll do another poll on my channel. If you're watching this video, go vote. Let's see what the community think this actually is. Of course, we'll find out more information in December, but that's a long time to think about this. They gave us this image because they want us to speculate. They want us to make assumptions and guess and just continue the discussion. That's one thing. I get a lot of flack for making assumptions and speculating, but that's what you're supposed to do. If they didn't want us to speculate and make assumptions, they would have just told us flat out what it was. Now, the next thing that I want to talk about is EVOJapan. EVOJapan got announced at the end of EVO, and this is the date that is going to be taking place. You have these 4 games that is already announced. These 4 games was the biggest at EVO Vegas, so I'm not surprised that they're going to be sort of headlining again at EVOJapan. And another thing too about Tekken 7 and Street Fighter 5, this may be their last times. Come EVO Vegas, Street Fighter 6 will, I think, definitely be out. Whether Tekken 8 will be out or not, who knows? The next thing that I want to talk about is the Tekken World Tour Finals. Now, we have an update. We have a little bit more information about the globals and regionals and stuff like that. But I do want to start off with this tweet from Arcelin. I already covered this. He uploaded an image with a block of text on it. And in summary, basically he's saying, if you win tournaments like EVO and just CEO, combo breaker, like if you win all of these tournaments and you gain points, and let's say you're first place, second place, top 5 overall, those points qualify you for the regionals finals. He was saying, what happened if you lose that? Are you disqualified? Are you kicked out the tournament? Can you not go to the World Tour finals? And I think that is a good concern to have, because if we see what happened to Arslan at EVO, he lost to one of his Pakistani brothers. So you have to imagine, if he dominates all of these tournaments and he's in first place in terms of points, but he loses regionals, which is in Pakistan, what happens after that? I think it would be very odd to and you could say the same thing for Nee, for JDCR, for Anakin, if he loses the American regionals. I think there is some good concerns here. There is another screenshot from Anya. I won't really go into detail for this one, but I do want to mention it. I was wondering if the Tekken World Tour would announce this, if they would change some things. We have an update here and we'll see exactly what they're telling us. Tekken World Tour finals are back and coming live on February 4th to the 5th, 2023 in Amsterdam. The first screenshot, it just shows Amsterdam. We've seen this in the trailer. Qualifying for global final. And this is kind of what Arslan Ash was talking about. You see on the right side, it says qualifying players. So this means this is how many people will come out of that scene. You have one person from Central America, one from South, one from North Africa, West Africa, South Asia, East Asia. The only places that allows 2 is Europe, Pakistan, Korea, North America, and Japan. I don't know why they're going with this new route. I feel like, well, I think they're kind of trying to make sure that the grand finals is a representation of everyone, not skill, but just variety of, like, they're trying to get the whole world to watch this. They want everyone from each region to root for their player, instead of just having 17 Koreans and 82 Japanese and then 1,000 Pakistanis, right? They're trying to make sure that everyone makes it. And as a result, it's going to get very cutthroat in those. I think those finals is going to be super intense because of this. Only 1 and or 2 people make it out. That's going to be clutch. That's going to be insane. And I'm glad that Arslan Ash did lose EVO, because he said it himself. He needs to focus on one game if he wants to remain at the top. So I feel like this loss for him was a necessary one. So he understands how important and how much he needs to practice going into these regionals, because it's going to be, everyone is going to be playing people they know. You're not going to be traveling overseas to play people you don't know. You're playing in your home, right? So that's going to be a different level of competition that we frankly don't see that often. The final screenshot just says register for the Tekken World Tour 2022. Just some small things that I want to mention at the end of this video. You have a tweet here from High Buff Gigas. They list out all of the new changes that was listed in the trailer. For myself, I wasn't able to see what the other buffs were for the other characters, only Yoshimitsu. But High Buff Gig is listed out for anyone who's also confused. So definitely pause and look at this if you're a main of Eddie, Lars, Anna, Miguel, Jack, Lily, Josie, Yoshi, right? Wrapping off this video, I want to talk about the update and just the overall perception of it as it stands right now. Now, I am expecting to get a patch notes maybe Tuesday, maybe Monday, next week, definitely. We'll be able to dissect everything thoroughly and see exactly which characters are being hit, which characters are being propped up. One thing that everyone is noticing right off the back is, one, this is kind of season 5 without any characters, and that's what I was asking for. A lot of people was asking for. Just give us all of the things you normally would in a season pass, but without the broken characters. Save all that stuff for the next game. I feel like 51 characters is more than enough. I do understand that some people are still kind of upset or frustrated because their favorite characters haven't returned, like Christine, Bruce, the original Raven. Those are some of the ones that I hear about the most. But you already have the clone characters or the counterparts in the game. So I say just hold out a little bit. I think Harada is definitely going to hear all of those requests and your dreams will come true, possibly in the next game. I am interested to see how the wall bounce, wall splat mechanic will work. I'm seeing a lot of interesting things in the comment section from all of you, the subscribers, the viewers of these videos, and it really is interesting because the reason why I would consider it a nerf or just some kind of change that isn't making it better is because the walls is so powerful already, and in my opinion, seeing it get even more powerful, I couldn't even fathom Tekken 7 where walls become even more powerful, right? Another thing too people are noticing is a lot more counter hits. I know Rip in his wish list, he was talking about how he don't like counter hits. Not that counter hits is bad in general, but when you have so much of it, it becomes a problem. He was more so focusing on the aspect of strings, right? 1, 2, 3, the third hit is a counter hit launcher. This one, it looks like they're just giving counter hit properties to random attacks. Some are strings, some are not. So we'll see exactly how this changes up. I hope all they're doing isn't just counter hits. I hope they actually go in and change the frames of a lot of attacks because I feel like they're close. Tekken 7 is definitely the most balanced Tekken ever, but there is still some characters who are breaking the game and it's kind of sucking the fun out of it. The final thing that I'll talk about, I see Michael Murray and Harada, they're more active on Twitter after EVO, and it is good to see them interacting with the community. I know people are upset and they're saying why this, why that, but I never want the developers to feel like they can't talk to us because that only increases the problems, that only makes the situation worse. So even if you are upset, just try to be a little bit nicer with how you frame your tweets so they don't go dark again. Kind of what I was saying at the beginning of the video about toxicity. It can take many forms and it has farther reaching consequences than you may realize at first glance, right? But that's going to be it for this one. Just a lot of details. Some I just found was interesting. Some that is cool. Just a variety of topics. I try to get a variety. But that's going to be it. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Definitely check out more videos on my channel. Be sure to click the link down below. I'm going to pin the song. That song is from a Kunimitsu main. Me and that person was playing some matches live. They told me they make music. I checked some out. It was really cool. So you guys do the same. Support each other. If we don't support each other, who else will, right? So that's it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. And bye-bye.